So we got a good card coming up tonight. Pretty good card for free on Fox Sports 1. I believe the main event will be the Luis Ortiz fight against Lateef Kayode. Okay, two undefeated. I wouldn't call them prospects, but they're fighting for the WBA interim heavyweight title. Okay, I don't really think either one of them deserves a title shot this soon. Okay, I know they're both undefeated and everything, but neither one of them has really fought anyone. Louis Ortiz, the only fight that, well, there's not many fights of him on the internet. Okay, I seen him for the first time earlier this year, I believe, when he fought Monte Barrett. Okay, a veteran, a guy that's been in the ring with a lot of big names, a lot of top quality heavyweight opponents, and Louis Ortiz did pretty well against him. He actually stopped him in that fight. Cuban fighter, slick southpaw fighter, moves pretty well for his size. Okay, he's like 6'4". I forgot what weight. No, I want to say he's around 240, but he moves pretty well. Okay, he seemed to be pretty conditioned. I mean, we haven't really seen many rounds from him. Okay, got a lot of punch and power, decent hand speed, southpaw. Then you got Lateef Kayode, undefeated fighter. I think he went about his first 15 fights were all KOs, I believe. Okay, um, he fought Antonio Tarver. Okay, that fight was a draw. I thought it should have been a draw. Okay, I think this is the fight that Tarver tested positive for some illegal substance. I'm not sure if it was PEDs or whatever, but um, they ruled it a no contest later. But the fight was actually a draw. Okay, Kayode, pretty aggressive fighter, very well built. I mean, he most of his career he fought as a cruiserweight. He just moved up, I think, within his last couple fights up to heavyweight. Okay, so I believe he's smaller than Ortiz. Okay, I think he's only like 6'2". Um, Very well built, very muscular. Um, he has good punching power, obviously, to knock out his first 15 or so opponents. Um, I don't think he's as skilled as Ortiz. If I had to pick one, I would go for Ortiz because watching the Antonio Tara fight, Kayode was the aggressor and he was the busier fighter because at the time he fought Antonio Tarver was already like 42, 43 years old. Okay, Kayode had a hard time with Tarver. Okay, Tarver was able to hurt him with that left hand periodically throughout the fight. And, you know, he's a good fighter, but, fighting guys like Ortiz, a guy that is, uh, I guess he is kind of old. He's 35. His professional career is kind of young. Uh, he's one of these Cuban fighters that started very very late in his professional career, and he's already 35. But comparing him to Tarver, I mean they both southpaws. I just think Ortiz is fighting at a higher level at this point because of his youth, and he does have more power, in my opinion, than Antonio Tarver. Tarver was never really a huge puncher, but he was able to hurt Kayode throughout the fight. So if I had to pick one between the two, like I said, I'm going with Ortiz. It's just, you really could go either way because there's not enough fights out there. I only see two of Ortiz's fights. I seen one fight, his last fight with Barrett, that he stopped him in. And I seen some other fight where he was fighting some bum and Ortiz had like dyed his hair gold or something. It was kind of weird, but it's not much footage of him out there. And as far as Kayode, there's plenty of fights out there. I mean, he's been fighting for a while. He's been fighting on ShowBox and stuff for a while now. So he's a little bit more relevant than Ortiz, but I'm picking Ortiz to win. Now, as far as the rest of the card, you got a lot of big names. You got Jermall Charlo. Okay, you got Julian J Rock Williams. You have Josesito Lopez, who's rumored to be fighting Amir Khan next, so he fights tonight as well. And then you have one of the top prospects in the game, Errol Spence Jr., fighting as well. I hope they televise all 5 fights. I don't know which fights are going to be televised, which aren't. I'm hoping, I've seen fights on Fox Sports 1, and I've seen them show up to 5 fights, 4 or 5 fights. They usually show between 3 to 5 fights on television. So hopefully all 5 fights are shown because these are good opponents. And I think Julian Williams is a potential opponent for the Jermall Charlo in the future. Okay, he's I probably would say that he's right outside of the top 10, but he's undefeated. He has some skills. That should be a good fight. Uh, you actually have Jamel Herring, also undefeated fighter, but I know he's not going to be televised. He's fighting on his card too. A lot of Al Heyman fighters are going to be fighting tonight, so it should be a pretty good card. Definitely tune in if you guys. I'm sure a lot of you don't even know about tonight, but it's for free. It's amazing how these free cards are a lot better than the pay-per-view cards. All right, so uh, let me know what you guys think on who's gonna win the Kayode fight against Ortiz, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Peace.